I'm 16 years old in the hall on trial for armed robbery and second-degree attempted murder. I had two co-Ds, both gang members like me. The three of us ripped the hall like pint-sized sticks of dynamite. Kaboom! Fist fights and gang activity got me and my homeboy separated. I pit stopped in a senior boys unit. Staff were bigger, meaner, and more aggressive towards boys. Orientation, 10 minutes of this and that talk by staff about programs, services, policies, procedures, regulations. I ain't have to listen, but I was cautioned to obey those in authority or get my scrawny ass kicked, locked down, personal property trashed. That four got my attention because these two black mofos, staff was muscle jocks with their sleeves rolled up and baseball caps turned to the back for action. I was poised for action as the day room flooded with boys for chow. Each kid walked a painted stripe on the floor with both hands pressed in county diamond formation behind his back. I saw the faces of dozens who already made the hall our home. They stared with piercing eyes, their faces rugged, and their stubble chins and mustaches of different shades, dressed in scrubs and worn karate-style shoes. Some boys slouched in picnic chairs, cornrows and afros matted to their heads. Others with green tats on arms and shaved heads. The aroma of soy taco meat and yellow corn shells interrupted my thoughts of fighting long enough to consider my stomach. I always got fidgety before I rumbled, like a nervous twitch. I had a history of violence with this kid LC. My gang wore red, his gang wore blue. Both handkerchiefs made in China. LC and me were mortal enemies in the street and the hall. LC sailed into the day room under a hot gust of wind of his own and sat right in front of me. I started fudging with my hands and pans as the heat rose from the soles of my feet to my head. We traded dishes. Suddenly, we leapt to our feet and locked like two angry rams. Staff rolled both of us in a flash. I got scoop slammed to the concrete floor by a grown man. I was drugged out of the day room by my legs. And in the hallway, one man chicken winged me and another dropped his knee on my lower back. The other man called me all kinds of assholes and niggers as he matrix punched on my head. I could hear LT beg for mercy somewhere behind me. The officer of the day must have been twisting him because he was the only other staff in the unit. My body contorted. Then I lay still. The shrieking stopped, and all was silent. It was over. I'd taken my punishment like a man and earned an overnighter in this jacked-up unit. My puffy eyes had to adjust to the dingy fluorescent light in the room